Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So before I start off with this week's video, I just want to say that I hope the lighting isn't as bad as it seems on the viewfinder. And also I wanted to apologize that I didn't upload a video last week. I was actually pretty proud of myself because for the past 3 videos I was uploading every Wednesday, and so I was really proud of myself, but I've just been having a really busy school week and work week just because Thanksgiving break is right around the corner, so I didn't have any time. But I'm so happy that I'm finally able to sit down and film this video for you guys. So as you guys have seen, I'm gonna be telling you all about my experience meeting the boys of Why Don't We, and if you guys are interested, make sure to keep watching and let's just get into it. Okay, so I met Why Don't We about 2 weeks ago, which was November 9, and I met them at their book signing here in Chicago. So I went with a group of, I believe, 7 friends and my sister, and I had actually met Jonah and Daniel before. I'll insert pictures right here. But it actually took a while for me to meet them. Like, it was out of luck, and I met Jonah when they came to Chicago for their invitation tour on the 3rd night that they were here. I met him because I was waiting outside of the venue. And then I met Daniel when they came to the summer bash this past summer. And like, they're so sweet. And I was able to FaceTime with Corbin thanks to my friend Havy, which you guys saw in my other video and you'll see later in this video. So when they came for the invitation tour, my friend Haley was able to meet all of the guys except for Zach and Daniel, and she knows that Corbin is like my favorite. So when she was meeting him, she was like calling me, and I was actually at work, but she was like telling me like, I'm right here in front of Corbin, like I'm gonna FaceTime you, like so you can talk to him. So then I like remember running, because I used to be a cashier at that time, so I remember like going to the break room and like telling them, oh, like I'll be right back. So I was able to talk to Corbin, and I'll insert a video of that conversation right here. Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm freezing.
Is it cold out?
Chicago is apparently the coolest place ever.
I'm actually from here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm seeing you guys tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see a great show. You're gonna have the best time.
Thank you. Enjoy the city.
Heck yeah.
Alright, bye.
Picked up, and I'm gonna go get some food, but I love you.
Okay.
And I hope you're having an amazing. And I can't wait for you to see the show.
Thank you. I love you too.
Bye.
Bye. So after that, I was like super sad because I wasn't able to meet him when they came back for the summer bash either, because he wasn't with Daniel or Jonah. And so I was super excited to meet him, especially during the book signing. And since his birthday is November 25th, I got him like a little stuffed teddy bear and a birthday card, and I just like wrote him something. So I went to go pick up the book the weekend before November 9, and if you guys haven't seen it, the book is like really nice, and they include some really cute pictures, and like what they wrote was really nice, so you guys should go get it if you don't have it. So when I went to go get the book, we each had a number, and I ended up being like number 319, I think. So we were supposed to go in line at like a certain time range depending on the number we got. So the signing started at 4:30 and it was supposed to end at 6:30, I believe, and like my group was going at 6. But they started it earlier, so they started letting people go in even though they were like in the numbers 400. But my friends and I actually wanted to go towards the end because we just thought we would have more time with them, because at the beginning they're kind of like rushing you more since they know they have people they gotta get through. And luckily some of our friends were running late, so we're like, oh, like this works out, you know, like we can tell them we're waiting for our friends and we don't have to get in line yet. So I remember that our friends arrived like close to 6ish, but we got in line just because everyone was going, and also we didn't want to wait outside in the cold. So we were in line, and they told us that we couldn't have our phones out, we couldn't touch the boys, we couldn't ask for like special requests or anything. So I was like, what am I supposed to do with like the bear I got Corbin? And like I wanted to film them since we weren't getting a picture, you know, I wanted to like have that as memory. But then my sister had the crazy idea of like acting as my parent or guardian, and in order for your parent to go with you, you had to be 14 and younger. My friend's like, well, you look 14, and I was like, well, thanks. I mean, I didn't really mind, but I was like, what if they don't think I'm 14, you know? And my sister and I are kind of like the same age, so it looked a little bit suspicious. But we were actually able to go through the security, and like my sister went with me. And for my phone, I like try to put it in the front, like by my pocket, but not in my pocket, because then they were gonna see it, especially with like the crop shirt that I kind of had. It was gonna be easily visible, so I try to put it like in the front where you could at least record the audio, even though like you weren't gonna be able to see them. But to my luck, of course, it didn't record for some reason. Like the camera turned off or something, because after when I like got out, I checked it and it was like off, and I was like, wow, all of this for nothing. But I was so glad that like my sister was able to get through, because she did record a video of me walking by the table and like talking to the guys, and I'll insert that right now. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but at the beginning it was Jack and then Zach. And so you can kind of tell in the video that Jack like signed the book, right? And then he like closed it, and I just looked at him and I was like, dude, like they all had to sign it, you know? And he just started laughing, and then you can also see in the video that Zach started laughing. And then I was like, dude, like you don't want Zach to sign it or what? And then Jack and Zach were just laughing, and so he passed the book on to Zach, and so like Zach is about to sign it, and he like closes it, and he's like, you know what, I don't want to sign it anyways. And I was like, no, but I want you to sign it. So he like opened it and he signed it. And then after Zach, it was Jonah, and so he signed the book, and I was like trying to make conversation, but I like got intimidated because he's like so good looking, you know. So I was like, hi, how are you? And I feel like he didn't respond. He might have said like good, but I didn't really hear him. And then we were just like smiling and looking at each other, and it was kind of getting weird. But then after Jonah, it was Corbin. And actually I forgot to mention, but once I went through like the first security, there was another one, but I was able to carry the bear with me, and they didn't say anything. So once I got to the table, I still had the bear with me, and I was able to like give it to Corbin. So I said, hi, how are you? And then I was like, oh, I got you a little something as like an early birthday gift. And he like took it, and he's like, oh, thank you so much. And he said, I love you. And I'm pretty sure I said I love you too, but I was like super nervous for some reason. I like don't even know why, but I got super nervous when I got to Corbin. Alright, sorry guys, so I had to change the lighting because I usually use natural lighting since I don't have a ring light yet. But it did get dark out, and so I have to use my room lighting now, so I hope you guys don't mind that. So Daniel was at the end, and once I got to him, he like looked at me directly in the eyes, and then he was like, hi, it's so good to see you again. And I was like, he remembered me, you know. So I asked him, I was like, you remember me? And he was like, yeah. And then I wish I had recorded this part, but like I promise you guys that he looked at me up and down, and then he was like, you look so good. And I was like so shook, you know. So I was just like, oh, thank you. Like I got all nervous and stuff. And so then I just told him, oh, it's so nice to see you again. And I walked out, and before going into the signing, girls were talking about like how fast it was and like how they were rushing you. But honestly, I didn't think it was that fast. I feel like I personally rushed myself just because I was like, oh, if I don't rush myself, they're gonna, you know, rush me. But I'm so glad that I was able to give Corbin his gift and give him a hug and just like finally talk to him. And I'm also happy that I was able to talk to the other guys. And I do regret not having like my phone recording, just because I could have had the audio as memory, but you know, things happen. But I'm still really happy that I was able to meet them. So after the signing, a big group of girls actually went outside of the bookstore, and we were waiting for them to see if maybe they would come out, you know, but there were too many girls. So they did come out, and I got this little video right here. But then afterwards, they just drove by, and we were able to say like bye to them through the window. I can't see them through the So once the boys left, my friends, my sister, and I all went to go eat. and then we just went home. And like ever since that day, I miss the guys so much, and they're coming back for the Jingle Bash, and I'm really trying to win tickets, but if I don't, I think I'm gonna end up buying some, even though I'm like pretty broke right now, but I really want to see them again. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my experience, and if you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. I'm also planning on filming a vlog for my birthday, which should be up by the end of this week, so make sure to stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!